It's been the mainstay of the industry really over the 30 years, especially after the closure came and decommissioning, where now most of the boats are prawn boats. Everybody has to fish prawns to survive. The catch is just exactly the same way as it was done 40 years ago. The only advances in technology in prawn is the way it's caught, where it used to be a single rig boat would have caught it, but now we use 2 nets, and some of the boats are using 4 nets. We have to fish 24/7 for at least 4 or 5 days to build up a good enough catch to be profitable, where the smaller boats can get a day's pay just by going out on the morning's tide and back in the evening's tide. But they've done that for 40 and 50 years, and some of them go out and shoot in the same place every morning and make the same tows nearly every day, depending on the tides of where they'll be. And they've been able to do that, and probably will be able to do that when I'm long gone. Prawn net is towed right on the bottom. It's a leaded foot rope on it, and it's towed in mud. And the prawns are in burrows in the bottom. And every now and again, where the tide's slack, the prawn will come out of the burrow, and the net will come along, and the prawn will be skipped up over the foot rope, and then it'll roll down the bag down into the caught end of the net. And you haul after 4 or 5 hours. You take your catch aboard, which consists of smaller prawns, bigger prawns, prawns to be kept whole. The whole prawns you see in the plate have to be all sorted into separate baskets. The smaller prawns, the scampi and that, all be tailed.
So every single prawn that you see in the thing had somebody taking it off?
Yes, there's no mechanical way of doing that. It's all labour. It's all hand job.
What would the net have looked like if you go back 50 years?
How would the net look like 30 years ago, George, even, when I started fishing? 30 years ago, this is a 85mm mesh, which you have to buy to stay legal. We work 80, but it shrinks afterwards, so you have to buy 88 as a matter of fact. When I started the fishing and we're making these nets, we were making 55mm caught ends. Now, we've gone up and up and up in size to let the small fish out, you see. This is the idea, going up in small size, but that also lets your catch out as well. Your prawns will get out through this. And then also we have this bit of the net as well, which is an escape panel for cod, which is 300mm mesh on your top sheet. It's to let the cod out and small fish as well. It definitely does work, but they've done the trials on it, and the best position that was identified for putting this type of device in was away further up the net, and that didn't disturb the bottom side of the net, which held in the prawns. It didn't lose any catch. But when it came to legislation, lo and behold, where did they put it? They put it in the worst place that you could get it, as closest to caught end as you could get it. So we've been fighting since they've come up with this, to try and get it shifted where the science says it's best. So we're doing trials this year again to try and get that shifted up. What the outcome will be, I don't know. If you start work on a Sunday night and you come to Tuesday night and you have 40 hours work done, whereas somebody ashore is doing 40 hours work from Monday to Friday, you know, and in the conditions that we work in at sea, like you're never still on a bad day, rolling and tumbling and all the rest, but that's what I chose to do. To say, I don't think anything of it. Other people would say, what do you do it for? But to say there's more salt in my blood than there is blood.